friends, and welcome back to my craft room. Second time trying to film this now. Dogs. Need I say more? Try again and breathe. Hi, welcome back to my craft room, my friends. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm filming this, I'm not sure when it'll go up, 17th of December. It's only 2 in the afternoon, it's dark already. I've got a very quick, last minute gift idea for you for Christmas. A stocking filler, somebody you want to give a little gift to but you're not sure. This is brilliant because you can use all sorts of different fabrics to suit, all sorts of different patterns to suit whoever you're giving it to. I'm just using some scraps from the other day when I made the other gloves with you, the round ones. Excuse me, I've just run upstairs again because I've had to go back downstairs to sort the dogs out because as soon as I started filming they were at it. Nobody there. So I'm just a bit, so please forgive me while I get my breath back. So I asked my husband the other day, did you keep the receipt for the dogs? Because I want a refund. They're going back, they rejects. A bit late now, isn't it? After 9 years, I suppose. 9 years, whatever it's been. Anyway, let's move on. Bookmarks, yay! I know I've done bookmarks with you before, but these are a different style. Very quick to make, very easy. Use your scraps, whatever. 4-inch squares I'm using, so I'm going to move the camera down now so you can see what I'm doing. Put the light onto the sewing machine as well. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit better because it's really, really dark today. I've got my daylight lamp on as well. It's not doing anything. It's that dark today. So, 4-inch squares. I've got 3 of those, 2 of the same because they're going to be your back and front, and then another one that's going to go as the corner piece. This isn't essential, but I also found a little bit of cotton lace, so I thought I might put that on as a bit of a trim on the triangle. We'll see how that goes. We might not, I don't know. So all I'm going to do is one of the pieces of fabric for the back is going face down. That interfacing, which is glued on one side, so the scratchy side with the little glue bubbles are on that side. I probably can't pick that up on camera, but that's the rough side, so that's where the glue is. That's the smooth side. Okay, so that's the right side. The bubbly glue bit is the wrong side. So wrong side of fabric facing up, wrong side of interfacing facing down, and we're going to just press that to make it glue together. So I'm not sure if you can see or not in the distance, but I'll do my very best to be as quick as I can, just pressing that down. You just need to hold it over it for a few seconds, enough for that glue to stick. I usually do it slightly smaller, but I didn't this time. I just cut it out 4 by 4. There we go. So that is the interfacing on there now. So what I'm going to do, you now want right sides of the fabric together to sandwich this corner bit here. So we want corner, so I got this square, just folded it corner to corner, give it a quick press, it stays in place. And that's going to go in that corner there like so. If it's directional fabric, obviously we'll just have to bear that in mind when we're putting it together. The way I've cut this, I don't think it's directional because it's all, you know, the flowers are facing both ways. So I suppose it's just whatever you think is better. Oh, and I want the lace, don't I? Do I want the lace? I might just have the lace, why not? Do you think I should sew that on first, that lace bit? Because I've never put this on, I've never put lace on it before. I think I will. Let me just, before I sandwich it all together, I might just sew this on now because I think that'll be really pretty, but obviously it's not going to stay in place if I don't fix it now. So you could just put some pins in and do it all in one go, but I don't think you want the stitches going down the middle on both sides, so you're best off doing this now. So just and back, and then just try and line it up best you can. If you want to pin it, pin it. And then we can just have that sewn on. All right, I will just give that a snip, cut off the excess, cut off the excess threads. If anything needs trimming up afterwards, we can do, but let's not just, I'd rather not take enough off than take too much off and it's ruined. So you've got the bottom fabric with the interfacing facing up. You've got the triangle, which is right sides on both sides anyway, but because that lace is on there now, you want that facing up, I think. And then you want the top one facing down. It's got all your right sides all facing together. Now you want to leave a gap when you're sewing this. You're not quite sewing it all the way around. You're leaving a turning gap. So let's just get this pinned. Let's get that opposite one pinned so that doesn't move, first of all. And then we'll just get this one pinned like that. Now I'm going to leave, oh, that's going to need pinning as well because that's slightly moved. Just bear with me, guys. Fabric does misbehave. You do have to be quite assertive with fabric when you're layering it. There we go. Now then, I'm going to leave a turning gap, but because I always forget, I'm going to mark it. And I'm going to mark, I'm going to say 2 inches. I think it needs 2 inches. You could do 1.5 inches, but I do think it needs 2 inches. So let me just go a little bit further down than that because that's too close to the corner for my liking. So I'm going to go here, yeah, and here. So I'm just going to leave that gap there. You can use, like I said, leave 1.5 inches if you prefer. But I'm going to start at this second mark here so I don't have to break off at all. I can just go all the way around and stop there, just leaving this gap. So let's do about 1/4 inch seam, which is a typical one for patchwork quilting actually. Go back. Take that pin out before I come too close to it. Come on. I forgot to put my needle down, didn't I? Take that needle out, that pin out. It really is guesswork for turning. If you feel you haven't gone far enough, just like, just say I stop there now. If I've not gone far enough, I'll have too much fabric out at this side. I want the edge of the foot up against the fabric. So I just turn it back, do another couple of stitches. If I've gone too far, then I'll just reverse a couple of stitches, but don't worry about not gauging it right till you get used to doing this. And back again. And forward, just to make sure your stitches don't come undone when you're pulling at it to turn it inside, the right side round. because it's inside out at the moment. There we go. Fabulous. Before I turn it though, I am just going to trim those corners because I don't want that bulk, especially where that lace is, because that will interfere with us having really neat corners. I'm trying to get as close as I can to the stitching without going too far, and just get rid of some of that bulk down the side as well. I think, why not? It does help. Fabulous. We want to leave the full seam allowance for the turning gap though, because we need to tuck that under and sew it, and we want that to be nice and neat. If there isn't enough of a seam there, it can be a bit fiddly, so we won't trim anything away from there yet. So what we're going to do now, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, is we're going to turn. Now there's quite a bit of bulk in this now because of the interfacing and the lace, which is why I suggest a 2-inch gap for turning it the right way around. It just, come on, just requires a little bit of time and patience just to get it all turned out. And I will just grab my crochet hook that I like to use for the corners. It's determined to stay where it is. I think it's got comfy and cozy there inside out. So I'm just going to have to persuade it a little bit. Oh, I've just gone through that corner. I think I just pressed on it a little bit too hard, which is unusual with the crochet hooks because they're rounded, but not to worry. I may have just gone a little bit close with the stitch in there to the edge. So this will want to naturally fold in anyway, but more at the back than the front because there's quite a lot of bulk in the front with it being the interfacing. So we're just going to press that, just trim that thread. I'm going to give it a good press before I iron all the way around to close that gap and just give it a nice finishing touch. So just play around with it a little bit, pinch it together, give it a press with a nice hot iron because it's 100% cotton, so it can take quite a bit of heat. Give that a nice press. It gives nice crisp edges that way. And then we're going to sew that together all the way around. I'm going to try and get as close to that edge as I can. But like I said, there'll be a bit of bulk because of the seams, but we can take our time. Come on, just persuade it through a little bit at a time till it gets going. And you're going so close to the edge here because you don't want anything to interfere with this going up, the opening here to go over the page. And I forgot to put my needle down again, didn't I? There we go. Turn again. And now the very last edge, which is quite bulky. Hence the reason for me going slower. Fabulous. Just trim those threads. And then I've got a lovely little bookmark. How quick was that to make? I will just tidy up that little bit of lace in that corner. And that is a lovely little bookmark. Just find something I can demonstrate with. Pretend that's a book. That just sits over the corner of the page like that. And it sits there nice and comfortably. Now I made some that were 5" by 5", and I find the 4" by 4", being a little bit smaller, sits more snugly and there's less chance of coming out. So that, my friends, is a bookmark. Now you don't have to put an edge, a lace edge or a trim, a ribbon trim or anything on that edge there. They look equally as nice without any trim. I just put that on because I like the idea of having that for if you're giving it to a mum or an aunt. I just thought that'd be a really nice touch for a lady to receive. That, my friends, is a very quick and very easy project. Where are you? There you are. I'm just going to move that camera back so you don't feel like I'm sitting on top of you. There we go. Don't want to feel like I'm sitting on your knee. So that's it, friends. Now tomorrow I will be downstairs doing a project with you, but it will be my very first time of trying this as well. So it'll be by no means a tutorial. It'll be just a come along with me. I'm trying this for the first time project. I said to you last week, it's something I've been wanting to do for a few years now and never got round to. So I'm making myself do it next week. So I've got all the stuff to do it. It's ingredients that I use for other things anyway, so it's not really costing me anything to make these, apart from a bit of time, because I'm using what I've already got. But we'll go through that tomorrow, and I'm not sure when I'll be uploading that, but all being well, it will be hopefully the same day or the day after, depending on how good my editor behaves for me to upload the film, the video. So that's my project for today. It is only a very quick one today because I have been working and I've just broken up for Christmas now, so it was my last day. So I had a lot to get through, and I'm done now for about 3.5 weeks. So I've tried to tidy up as much as I can because obviously somebody else is going to have to do my job while I'm off. So I was trying to tidy up my workload as fast as I could to not leave too much for somebody else to have to do. So it's been a busy day, and I thought I still want to put something up for you guys, and I've been wanting to make some more of these, so I thought, why not take you along to do these style of bookmarks? I haven't done those with you before, have I? I've only done the normal sort of regular bookmarks that you get. Did have some here, but I don't know where they are. I must have moved them. So that's it for today, friends. I do hope you're really excited for Christmas. I hope the children in the families are all excited for Santa Claus coming, and that they're all being good, and all the presents are all ready for Santa to deliver to the children. Oh, how exciting. Santa Claus is coming. How many of you go on NORAD and track him on Christmas Eve? I do it every year. Even though I've got no little ones at home anymore, even if there's just me on my own and my husband's working, I will have Santa tracking on the laptop, watching him go all over the world and delivering all these presents. It's exciting. So yeah, if you've never watched NORAD, seen NORAD before, I think leading up to Christmas, there's like, you can go on the site and play little different Christmas games. There used to be anyway. You can go and look at the Santa's elf shop and workshop, sorry, and there's usually a few little activities on there you can do. So I shall be going on NORAD, visiting the NORAD site, if they're still doing it. I don't know if they're still doing it, because I don't think we managed to do it last year. I think last year I missed last year for some reason. Anyway, I shall be checking in with that one this year to see if we can track Santa again. And what is it, 7 days off now, isn't it? It's Wednesday today, so it's a week away. I can't wait. I think I get more excited than the children, you know, friends. I really do. I felt so sick yesterday. I said to my husband, I feel really ill, and he said it's because you're getting yourself too excited now. I make myself ill every year with excitement. So yeah, Santa, he's on his way. Hope you've got your reindeer food ready, and your carrots and your mince pies for and your night before Christmas story. That's the tradition in our house. Night at Christmas Eve. We don't do the Christmas Eve boxes. That's quite a new concept over here. We don't tend to do that. I know my daughter does with the grandchildren, but we don't do Christmas Eve boxes here. We usually have a Christmas Eve buffet, and we put a carrots and a mince pie out for Rudolph and Santa. We put sprinkle some reindeer food outside for the rest of the reindeer as well, so they don't miss out. And we don't have a chimney, so I've got to put Santa's key under the doormat for him. Not that anybody else could get into my house with that. Oh, it's all magic, isn't it? There's only Santa can use that key. The Santa key goes under the mat for him. And we get Night Before Christmas story read. And then we go to bed with hot cocoa and marshmallows and get excited and don't sleep all night. And I usually when I do eventually fall asleep, I'm usually awake then at 4 o'clock in the morning, waking the whole household up with Santa's been, quick, get up, Santa's been. I mean, the kids that do come home for Christmas Eve now are all grown up, and they're like, oh mum, for goodness sake, let us have a lie-in, will you? Just 1 year, let us have a lie-in. I'm like, no, it's too exciting, it's Christmas. So I don't know if you lot get as excited as I do. I hope you do. So yeah, I can't wait now. So I'm hoping to see you tomorrow, but for now I'll say goodbye, God bless, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, friends.